Good afternoon, KimRollins of KimRollins.com, and we are here at the Philadelphia International Locks Conference, our 23rd year, and I am standing here with the wonderful, talented, mind-blowing Mia from Zuresh, and she has hair, body,
face, miscellaneous,
miscellaneous,
laundry detergent, everything.
Everything
For everywhere.
Yes, all these beautiful scents, a cleanser, a soap, shea butter. I'm going to let her explain because I don't want to mess this up. Because I'm honored that she's giving me 10 minutes of her time. So if you've ever seen
I could
this
be
woman,
eating a snack.
if you've ever seen this woman work, this is the momentum. It just keeps going and smiling and happy the whole time. So I just wanted to ask you, one, your product. What prompted you to start Zuresh?
Well, our family always made product. My grandmother always made certain products, and then we expanded on that based on my need. I had autoimmune. And so, just making certain things and realizing what our allergens were and things like that, and just looking at what certain products had. And this is back before we could Google, so for all you teenagers or whoever's watching this, you have to go to the library and go to the section and look up your book in the collection of cards, whatever.
Dewey Decimal
All that, you
Yes.
know? So it wasn't Googling stuff. You had to go to the library and look up things, and we started looking up ingredients and certain things. But anyway, and then because I had autoimmune, which later turned to lupus, I had to be very specific in what I use everywhere. Just taking my prednisone, I would sweat and smell like powdered milk. And nobody could smell it, but I smelled it, so things happen for a reason, good reasons, and I make the best. That's like I say, everybody has a talent. But, and then I'm the type of person, I'm a people person. People say I talk to strangers, like whatever. But God always has taken care of me. But I have a lot of friends, always have, like friends, and then you have associates that But I've had friends where I may have talked to you for 3 months, and we get on the phone like we talked yesterday. So who else to give the product to? I used to be like, I'm sending you something, don't ask me a lot of questions, might have ingredients on there, might not, and everybody was using it. And then when our boyfriends or guy friends were using it, that was the worst, because they're like, I need myself to keep me pretty. So that's how Zuresh started. It was a need for a lot of different people. By the time we all got old enough and my other friends started having children, the kids were using it, and the kids were like coming to my house, like in the buckets, by smell. Some of the kids couldn't read, but they opened the bucket. Oh, this is my stuff, or But it's always been family oriented. I'm a believer. I help people because, believe it or not, you get this in return. So I always help people. I like to work. I like to work hard. I love children. So if I don't like you and I like your kids, that's a plus. Because I like kids more than I like adults, But if you have kids, I'm going to help you any way I can. And that has happened to me, But I like what I do. It's a distressor. And I used to get stressed. That's why the products came along. I get stressed out about stuff, and then my antibodies would go crazy. I go in the kitchen and make something.
Okay.
And a lot of these things that I made, honey hair gel is a stressor mistake. It just happened to work.
Oh, and I love it.
You know what I'm saying? The shea blend was a stressor mistake. And I have no patience. So I'm like, can we, but anyway. So a lot of the products were mistakes that actually worked out.
Some of the best hairstyles are mistakes too. So I understand that.
See, exactly.
So, and I would like to add that I personally use Zuresh.
For a long time.
There was a certain soap I used from the time I had a horrible breakout with my eczema. I'm extremely sensitive. I have a lot of allergies. So from the time I was 11 until I think I met you at maybe 39, 40, from the moment I've used her product, I haven't used anything else. And I always sample it by my hands first and then my feet, because those would break out on me. So once that didn't happen, I was like, let me take a chance, go a little further. So what am I, 7 years in?
She would order for her salon. I'm like, no. I said, are you ordering for the salon? She said, well, I ordered that, so this is for me. Really? And then I said, Kim, we have this, and this, and this, but what was awesome about it, Kim can be in the salon and selling everything. Like, I could put her in the booth. And I like that I did hair, I was a master colorist, and, stuff like that. I was attracted, to a lot of my people that do hair well and is interested in taking care of their clients' hair. to keep the growth. She recognized when her clients her hair was shedding. You know, she'd be like, are you stressed out? What you stressing about? Wow, you know, so you're gonna let the person start getting bald and not say anything, and then what, you know, crazy. She would always ask her clients certain things and then come and ask me. I would ask her probably 10 different questions. She never got impatient because she's like, I know you're asking me these range of things for a reason. Are they on medication? Did they have a life change? These are things for a reason. You know, so she was always patient. But then her clients were coming out with hair looking fabulous. You know,
and
all
skin.
the time. And skin.
Hair and skin.
So yeah, so we support each other, and I would send people to her, you know.
And at one point when my salon was larger, I carried her products in my salon, and I've only ever carried 3 different vendors in my salon that are definitely black owned, operated, manufactured, formulated.
Yeah.
So she was one of the few that I carried, and if I go big, when I go big again, I will carry it again.
Yeah, and we manufacture ourselves. We believe in manufacturing ourselves because the quality control, you know, we pay attention. You know, our stuff is not oils that's, you know, off the street or something. These are custom blends. You know, the products are made handmade. You know, we do internship with children. You know, well, not children, like my son, you are required to donate hours. You know what I'm saying? All your little friends. You know, we have no age limit, you know, but you're required to donate, you know, to know what it is to run a business. It's just a different type of stressor. To be responsible. You can get fired even though you're not getting paid. You understand? These kind of things. But anyway, so, they have to understand that these clients pay our bills. But these clients come and find us wherever we are, us, etc. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, that is wonderful to have, and somebody that enjoys what we're doing, you know, because it keeps us going, you know. That works out, but yeah.
And so you have a vast client base, but I want to talk about the women today, because I've been noticing different energy and a different change and a shift, especially because we're in the beauty industry, and how you perceive women either empowering or having compassion for one another, because you're up close and personal. You're not just online, just shipping stuff out. Most of what I've seen you grow your business was vending from city to city to city. So your personal interactions in this beauty industry, what have they been like?
I'm gonna even take it a little further. Before I was just doing vending, I had a couple of different jobs, and I worked for Amtrak because I worked 3 days on and had 4 days off. So I'm around a ton of different people, and especially women. And I think I was about my early 20s. I'm definitely over 21, and I just started noticing it then because I'm an open person.
Okay.
And so if I have a girlfriend, her boyfriend or husband we were like all friends, whatever. You know, so if we get in the club or something, a fight start, we all, you know, if I said, be like, what? My girlfriend's boy, what? Come on, you know, whatever, it's going down. You know, that type of thing. But I always notice that, I don't know what the issue is, but there's a lot of women that, like, even touch, you know, I'm a touchy feeling person, so I just told Kim, you might get a hug upon coming to the booth, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly.
You know, because sometimes I can look at a woman's face and just see it's been a jacked up day or week. You know, people would come on a train, and I used to be like, I ran a dining car, but I'd go on the coaches, mess around, and then the conductor like, why are you over here? And I'd be in the front, and I know the train. I work the train, so I help them, whatever. And I used to be like, whatever's going on, drop it off in Union Station, DC, and get on the train. Don't, you know, but get on the train. We're gonna be with each other for however many hours. I don't know what's going on, but you know, whatever. Because you can see it on women's faces and stuff. And we're emotional. So let's say your man cheats on you. We're looking at like, do you love her? Where a man is like, you let another man touch you. We are like, we don't look at that. We look at, he must love her or he must talk to her, something emotional. But I'm finding so many women that they like even touch.
Okay.
Some women, like after they buy stuff, you know, and I'm holding her hand, talking to them, and they're like stiff or something like that. And then another thing that really irritates the shit out of me is that I used to be larger, not for a long period of time, but I went to start losing weight to get all the medication out of my system, and I used to have to take blood thinner shots every night and find somebody to do it, and you know, whatever, you know, and so I made that journey a couple years ago, right? But now I'm at a stasis point in my life where, okay, the weight's not popping back on because there's stressors that lead in your life. I'll go get a piece of coconut cake, you know, and
then you call that a kiss. When I need a little sugar,
yeah, you need something or what, something stresses me out or whatever, and I'm to the point where I'm happy. My weight's not fluctuating anymore,
Okay.
whatever. I'm on a lot less medication. But then I have a ton of clients that compliment me, you're looking good, but like, are you healthy? You know? And I had younger girls that were like, you looking really good, you know, how are you feeling and stuff. But then it's weird. I have women that are in their 30s to, like, I'm in my 40s.
Yeah, what's that
this
age range like?
Our age range, a range that is like, okay, I had a couple compliments that they gave me a compliment but kind of took it back. But then I had another
Was
client
it a
that
real
was
compliment or just like a
like,
statement?
Well, the third instance, the client was like, I liked you when you were heavier. And I said, oh, thank you. Because I looked at her, she said something else. And I was like, you know, like, why are you so skinny or something? And I was like, can we not go through this? And then she was like, I liked you when you were heavier. And I said, you know, thank you, but I'm not interested. So you take offense that I reference a lesbian thing. I have lesbian clients because 2 of them were over there laughing. But you feel that you want to tell me that you like me when I was heavy and my joints were aching and my knee was bothering me and I had problems getting up my steps in my house.
So it was
Low down medication, right? Mood swings. And she knows all this stuff. But then I've had women that was like, you know, why do you feel that you need to tell me not to lose anymore? I'm 150 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't had this before I had children. I'm lucky I have what I have left. I'm not a breast person. The legs and the butt compliment me. Say that you're looking good, you're looking healthy. You understand what I'm saying? I compliment all of my
and
girlfriends.
I'm getting ready to ask you, what's
You
your
know?
reaction? Because I can take a compliment.
Well, no.
And that's one of the things
I love
have
giving
loved about
compliments.
you.
I can take a compliment.
But how many
if
of
you
you can
look at my
receive them?
face and I done said a couple things like, you know, then you need to know when to be quiet because I will go off. Because if you're saying this belligerent stuff to me, then you do this to everybody. And there's so many, I meet so many women. I've had men that be like, wow.
Yep.
I have men that be like, I liked you thicker, like you look good, you
With
like
that-
this too.
Yeah.
A man, you know, fine. But you women, we are